Buzzkills go, the Flyers' 3-0 victory at Mellon Arena Thursday, Game 5 of this Eastern Conference playoff series against the Penguins, was pretty much as low as it can get. Unless, of course, you remember the Red Wings' victory here in this building in Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final. Now, the Penguins didn't lose the Stanley Cup Thursday night, but they may have lost momentum in this series because there's every reason for the Philadelphia Flyers to believe right now that they own this series as it goes back to Philadelphia for Game 6 Saturday afternoon. And there's 3 things the Flyers are going to point to. One, believe it or not, is goaltender Martin Biron. As much as we've talked about Marc-Andre Fleury, and he has been brilliant, certainly not the culprit in the loss to Philadelphia in Game 5, Fleury's 9.29 save percentage is not that much better than Biron's 9.27 save percentage in this series. A lot of people thought Biron might be the weak link for the Flyers coming into this series, but he's been very solid for them, and he was spectacular in the first period in Game 5. He turned aside all 15 shots, and the Penguins came out and played. It was their best territorial period of the series. If Biron keeps that up, he's going to continue to frustrate the Penguins, who right now look a little bit lost offensively. They look very lost on the power play. Without Chris Letang, who's been a fixture on the point for the power play over the past few months, the Penguins went 0 for 4 in Game 5. They are now 1 for their past 16 in the last 3 games. They are not playing well since Game 2. Remember, the Penguins started 3 for 13 on the power play to open this series. Since then, it's not been very good. They're at barely 13.3% on the power play in the series. That's not going to get it done when you have Crosby and Malkin and Gonchar, 3 of the best offensive players at their respective positions. You need to be making good on all the power play chances you get. The Penguins only got 4 power play chances tonight, which shows you just how much they didn't get to their game, as Coach Dan Biles would say. And finally, for the Penguins, there seems to be a little bit of a lack of confidence right now. I thought was an interesting move when they decided to take Letang and take Peter Sikora, their right wing, who's been so big for them the past 2 years, out of the lineup in favor of Miroslav Chiton and Philippe Boucher. Now, sure, Chiton has not played in a long time, so you don't really expect him to have a whole lot of productivity in this game. But moving forward, does Miroslav Chiton benefit the Penguins on a 4th line or on a 2nd line where he can play next to Evgeny Malkin, who suddenly has gone 3 consecutive games without a point in this series? The Penguins are still up 3-2, but they're teetering, and the Flyers have every reason to feel confident going into Game 6. It's now up for the Penguins to see if they can go into Philadelphia and win another game. They only won the last one because of Marc-Andre Fleury's 45 saves. If they can't, it's going to be a winner-go-home Game 7 in Pittsburgh next week. And coming into the night, that was the last thing the Penguins wanted to see. For your post-game vlog, from Trip Total Media, I'm Rob Rossi.